How's it going, everybody? Just wanted to go over something real quick. I had to spool up a bait caster, so I figured I'd show you guys real quick how to do that. Figured I'd stop out here at this park and line it up. So if you have to do this and you're out and about, you don't have the comfort of your home, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up and I'm just going to spool this right through the eyes. We're going to go through the first eye. And then there's a little thing right here, the eye for your line feed. And you want to go under the spools. Now usually I'll take the spool off, but since I'm out here and this is a new bait caster, I'm going to try to do this without doing that. So we're going to go underneath the spool. Now a lot of bait casters will have little holes in the spool that you can just kind of put the line into and then spin the spool, but this one does not have that. So we're going to have to be a little tricky with it. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and put it back through that eye. It spools up your line. See how I did that? And the reason I'm going to do that is I'm going to tie a uni knot on this. Quick little uni knot. I think we're going to go 1, 2, well, let me show you the uni knot itself. Hopefully you can see this. So you take your tag end and you bring it back over your main line. Pinch it. Bring your tag end back and make a loop like that. And then you just feed that tag end through that loop. I'm going to do 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you just start bringing it together. Now if you don't tighten it, let it down a little bit. If you don't tighten it down all the way, you can bring it right back through that eye. Line it up on your spool. Tighten it down. Easy to take my fingers. Hold that knot. Just pull, make sure we're tight on the spool. There we go. Now we're going to cut that tag end off. Maybe. All right. Now the next thing I'm going to do, since normally you need something to hold your spool of line for you, I'm going to put this back in the box. I'm going to leave that tab out. I'm going to close this top up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tackle bag. And I'm going to put that box into a pocket. Like this. Close it. I'm going to zip it, but not all the way, just enough to hold the box and still let the line feed through. And then we're going to set this over here. We're going to put a little bit of pressure right here. And then we're just going to start reeling it in. Just keeping pressure on that line a little bit, not too much, just enough to keep it tight. Normally, I will put a line conditioner on this when I'm doing this, but I left it in the car, so I'll just spray it on when I'm done. And what I'll do is I'll spray it on, and then I'll cast it out and put more on while the line's out, so I can get deeper into the spool. Another thing too is you want to make sure that you're staying even on your spool. So if you'll notice, I'll either hold my hand over here, or straight. So if I'm getting more line on this side than I am this side, I'll bring my fingers over to this side of the rod like that with the line. A little ways to go. And there you have it, fully spooled line. Figure well in here, might as well show you how to tie up the bait that I'm going to be using. This is another uni knot. Feed your line through your eyelets. So on this setup here, I'm going to be using a weightless wacky rig. Or not a wacky rig, but a stick worm, Texas rigged, weedless. Simple uni knot. One time through, bring your tag end around. Pinch your tag end to your main line and make a loop and cross it at the top, just like that. Now on this fluorocarbon, all we're going to do is I'm going to do 5. We'll do 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tighten it down a little bit. Make sure you lubricate that line, especially with fluorocarbon and mono. Tighten your tag end down. Let it slide down a little bit. Pull it tight. Like to give it a little cinch down like this. Cut your tag end off and you are ready to go. I hope this was helpful. You're out and about and you have to spool up. You can do it on the fly. You don't have to be home in your garage with all your equipment. So yeah, hope it was helpful. See you in the next one.